I am able to make 15 lakh plus in passive income. We are both in a sense homemaker right now. Or sometimes we just don't do and watch Netflix. I can go for a trip on weekday and I can work on a weekend. Going for a movie for weekday. So that flexibility, that freedom is what I crave for. Fire was not about ability to do nothing. For me, fire was about the freedom to do anything that you want. I come from a normal middle class background. I'm born and brought up from Mumbai. The first salary was like 2.5 lakhs per year. At the end, there were some issues. Once something broke, and it's like some X person deployed something to production without going through me. So then the problem was like the management blamed the entire team for that. At that time, I like spoke against my manager. So that was like start of a downfall. So then things became sour between us. They would give a task at 6 o'clock, like when we are supposed to leave, and then expect us to work late hours for that. Because of that incident and then things that followed, I eventually like put my papers even before getting a next job. So I spent around 3 years in job and then I started full time freelancing. When I quit, I think I had around 6-7 lakhs with me after 3 years of work. I've always been frugal, so most of whatever I earn would go to savings. As a family, we were not a big spender. We lived in Lower Parel, but it was an old building, and it was like one room kitchen at that time. Now we just divided it to make it 1 BHK. Like after I started freelancing, a good friend of mine joined me, and we started a development agency. So we had a few people working with us at that time, and one of the clients that we had, he had a Shopify app. So I was introduced to Shopify ecosystem through that client, and I realized that this ecosystem has a lot of potential. So we built the first app on it. The first app did not do that well, and I built a second app. That app picked up. Like I remember, like spent 1.5 hours on chat support to convince one customer, and then she upgraded to like $5 plan. And I was like, she's paying me $5 every month for this simple widget. So slowly that app picked up. It was a WhatsApp chat button on a website. It was a very simple app. Like it was going by $1,500 every month. But we made a big mistake, and I just thought like it's growing anyway. It's growing by $1,500 every month, so let it be. It will grow. But at that time, a competitor came in. He started app for free, and eventually he surpassed us. And at one point, like my app was doing $2,000 per month, and his was doing $20,000 per month. And he eventually probably sold it for $1 million or something. And so that was difficult. I saw like I had a potential, but instead of narrowing down on it, I just let it be there. And someone came, like they were dedicatedly working on that. They were adding new features. They were scaling it, and so they were like 10x more successful. And I just missed out a great opportunity over there. And post COVID, like there was a bit of boom in e-commerce, and I had made this app free. I was like, anyways, it's not making money. Let's just put it up for free and let people use it. And luckily, at one day, it went into trending section, and then there were a lot of people installing the app. I spent like 2 days just on support, like 10 to 12 hours setting on support, taking laptop wherever I'm traveling to. I started getting more installs, and I added new features. I made some features paid, and that is the app then picked up. Then it slowly grew to like $1,000, $2,000, and then I was able to grow the app to around 22K in MRR. And it was still like I did not have to work full time on it, so only had to take care of support, which was like 4 to 5 support ticket in a day, 15 minutes slot across the day, so around 1.5 hours of work or 2 hours of work. But so that gave me freedom. So that was the time we also started traveling a lot. So I only have to take care of certain support tickets. It used to happen that whenever I'm going to catch a flight, things would break. When I'm leaving my hotel, there would be a support ticket. So the timing would be very off. And it usually happened when we had something planned up. So I knew like I had to make it put into auto mode, where I had to get someone to manage it completely, because it's in a stage where someone can manage it and I can just earn revenue passively. And but I did not want to hire someone because they would not give the same love that I give to the product. For me, the support was most important thing, customer satisfaction. That is one of the reason that the app worked. Eventually I found a young entrepreneur. Like we had worked on a couple of apps before, so and I could trust him. So I made a deal with him, like you manage everything, you take a percentage cut for this for current MRR, and whatever grows beyond this, you can take a bigger cut for that, and whatever goes beyond that, you can take a bigger cut of that. At that time, it was 22K MRR, and then since then he has grown it to 29K MRR. So now, like I am able to make 15 lakh plus in passive income to this app. So for someone like me, like I cannot just do nothing, and because I come from a 10 years of experience of hustling and doing 10 things at a time, trying out different things. So from that to doing nothing is very difficult. So I feel most entrepreneurs will connect with that. So I went back to the rat race again, and I did build a couple of apps, like I built around 3-4 apps after that. Two succeeded, two did not. Some of them still are generating some revenue. Like even if I make more money, I will not be satisfied. Why am I getting back to the rat race? Like this is not what I wanted to do. I realize I can now separate the financial bit of it and creative part of it. So I'll try doing creative stuff like every year, maybe something new or some whatever I like or whatever clicks. So I do not want to involve money over there. Like I don't even maintain profits over there. I know like it's not even break even. It's like I'm running a loss over there, but I still like I'm creating something creative. So initially it was tough to do nothing, but eventually we stabilize the routine. So there are a few things in our house that's my duty that I need to take care of, daily chores. So there are a few, like we have divided the work. We are both in a sense homemaker right now. Other than that, I have like a lot of time, so I write. I like recently have started writing. Sometimes I just put on music like rock songs from my teenage years and put on the lyrics on the TV and just sing along. So I could just enjoy those things a lot. And or sometimes you just don't do and just watch Netflix, see a series on binge watch a series. So yeah, so we keep a balance between keeping a healthy lifestyle with a routine, like disciplined routine, and also taking time out to enjoy things that we like. So my corpus would be around 4.5 CR right now. Most of it is right now tied to real estate. So I would say around 3.3 to 3.5 CR is tied up with real estate. But I am living in a house which is only costing 66 lakh, and it has appreciated in terms of value. So I'm not counting that right now. Other than that, I have around 1.5 CR in equity, debt, and FD or cash in hand. Like I had some interesting journey through real estate, and it was I made several mistakes. Like I was headstrong about not taking a loan. So we used to stay in Mumbai, and we moved from Mumbai to Pune, and this house we bought for like 66 lakh. If I had to buy a similar house in Mumbai, it would have cost me more than 1.5 CR, and I will probably take a 1 crore loan. So that never made sense to me. Like taking a 1 crore loan is basically you dedicating yourself to workforce for next 10 years at least. And even if you close the loan in 10 years, you'll be paying 50 lakhs more about your 1 CR. So for me, like moving here, it helped me save money. It helped me avoid loan and then the losses I would have made on interest. And plus, since we work from home, the location was not an issue. And my earning curve was not actually linear. So I could not anticipate that I could make more money in coming years. So it was more like a hockey stick pattern. So like when we made a bit more money and we thought like we can get a better place. So we invested in one more property, but that property unfortunately like it's stuck, and it has already gone past RERA and got a RERA extension. And I'm hopeful that maybe this year I'll get that property. And if I get it, I will like to sell it immediately. Then that we have a decent corpus and we have decent cash flow coming in, and we bought another house, the bigger house like that we want to live and start family in. So that's probably next year we'll get the possession for it. So in the end, I ended up with 3 properties, but the one with the bigger one is where we want to go and stay and like start a family. So that would be the one like we'll keep, and the rest too I will like to sell it as soon as I get a possession for the other one, and this as soon as we leave this house. Other than that, our expenses are very minimal. Like in terms of what we spend month on month, I think it's even less than 50,000. And we are not into buying luxury products or like luxury bags or stuff. So we have been frugal that way. So our expenses are quite less. The funds that I need in next 1 or 2 months, I'll keep it in a short duration fund. Other than that, I'll invest in some in equity mutual funds, and I have to pay for my new house. So a good number of amount goes to that, paying slabs for that new house. I'm trying to get into like figuring out good mid-cap stocks that I can hold long term. So there are a few such stocks that have also given me good returns over a time. So I try to add on those stocks. In terms of split, I would say I put 50% into those equity stocks, and I think 25% goes towards buying towards the new property, and 25% goes to mutual funds. Some of the challenges, like after you achieve fire, you realize that like you are free but your friends are not free. I tortured my wife a lot, cribbing about I like what no one's free, and I cannot hang out with anyone right now during the week. And I used to compare that like the time when I did not have money but we were together, and then now I have money, like I have an expensive liquor, but I cannot share with. I don't have people to sit and drink with. So it was a feeling that now you have money, but you don't have people to enjoy that money with. For most people, colleagues are their first set of friends that you get to see more people, like so social aspect of your life. So even if you don't want to, you set to get to see new set of faces every day. So initially, it was a struggle that me and my we have to just see each other's face all day long. So it was something that I miss. Like I don't have colleagues since like post COVID. So it's been like 5 years. I had no one working with me. I won't say I'm like socially 100% fulfilled in a way that I have exact, like even making new friends in 36 is very difficult. Fire was not about ability to do nothing. For me, fire was about the freedom to do anything that you want. Working in a company where I don't want to work, and or doing a job or doing anything that I don't want to. I can go for a trip on weekday and I can work on a weekend. Going for a movie for weekday. So that flexibility, that freedom is what I crave for, and that is what I want. And it should not be that even smaller things, like if I want to be there for a loved one or for a family or friend, so I can be there. Like I don't have to ask someone to get the time out. Or so I'm actually the pick up and drop for my mother to take her to native place and bring her back. So that is possible for me, about like from all three kids, is because like I have a freedom of movement. So that's a good feeling. Like that's what freedom is for me. That you can move. You have a flexibility to work whenever you want and whatever you want. For someone who wants to achieve fire faster, someone who's starting right now, the advice I would give, like other than the obvious ones, like invest early. I invested quite late, and save and upskill yourself. The one of the most important thing that worked for me personally was the ability to have time to try different things. So I see a lot of people working 10 to 12 hours at their job, and if you're going to spend 10 to 12 hours in your job, even your weekend, you never figure out what are the different things that you can do and what are the different projects that you can build and which can be scalable, which can help you make more money, or even simply upskill yourself so that your next job pays you much higher. So you need to get that time with you. For my family and relatives, they don't know that I actually don't do anything. So it hasn't changed much. And we have a very simple lifestyle. Like we still drive, like we have a Nexon car and like electric scooter. So like we don't stand out in a way that will make anyone feel that, or like we don't show that we are like retired and we are not doing anything. Only thing we spend right now is sometime when we travel. But other than that, like, and with friends, like they know few things, like what I run an app. Maybe they know that I'm doing Kissa comics now. So that's what my new venture is. We haven't seen any change in our friends and family post or pre-fire. So that has been a good thing.